What's up, everybody? My name is Jay, and welcome back to Jay Book Reviews. Now, this review is going to be a lot different. It's not going to be a book in general. It's going to be more of a comic book. Now, I've read comic books in the past, mostly ongoing series, and also a few ones that I recently owned, but I gave it away to somebody. But this one I'm going to talk about is the most important one, the one that defined graphic novels and even made an impact on the comic book industry and also American literature on itself. What am I talking about? And that is Watchmen. This book, let me just say, this book was amazing. I love this. I could see why a lot of people enjoyed Watchmen. I am not going to spoil anything about this book because this book is just so damn amazing that it could be a short review on itself because what else to say about it? I found this at my local, I was in the mall, there was a collectible place full of all sorts of goodies in there. And as I was about to leave, I found this, and this was like $10. At my Books A Million place in the mall, it would probably be about $30, but this is like $20. So I don't know if they upped the price. I know there's a hardcover, and I know it's a lot more expensive, but if you find this book or anything, I don't care if you find it at a local Goodwill, I don't care if you find it, if it's very good used, if it looks like this, buy it. Buy it. And I recommend you buying this book. I don't care if you don't like superhero comics, I don't care if you don't like mystery books, I don't care. You're gonna love this. I loved it. Now, if you're like a teenager, you'll understand, but if you're like a kid, like 12, 11, 10, you're gonna not understand it because it has a lot of political things in this book. It has a lot of symbolism. It has a lot of smart talk. Very how the way they put it, intelligent dialogue. The way the characters spoke in this is just the dialogue is just fantastic. The visuals is great. I love the visuals. It makes you feel like you're watching a very choreographic movie. And they did make a movie out of this, and I heard it's not that great, but over the years it had a director's cut, and it has a cult status for following a movie. And also there's a HBO miniseries coming out of it, which, what's the point? I mean, you could just make it animated or try to make it a lot better, but why change it? I don't know. But all I could say is about this comic book is just amazing. That's pretty much it. I know I know I'm supposed to give away the plot, but I can't. I refuse to not talk about the plot. It's just amazing. One of my I will say this, that Alan Moore is probably one of my favorite. He's the greatest of writing comic books. I only read The Killing Joke and this one. And to be honest, I think The Killing Joke is a lot better. And I know that's kind of a really hard pill to swallow, but I am one of those people who like The Killing Joke because it's kind of short. It's like 64 pages. It's one of the greatest Batman and Joker stories ever made, while this one has a more 400, 500 page big story. It has a beginning, middle, and end. It has about 12 chapters, and this came out in 1986 to 87, and it focuses on a group of oh, you know what? I can't spoil it. I'm about to spoil it. I refuse. But all I can say is that what would happen if superheroes were real? And what if they helped in World War II? What if they helped win the Vietnam War? And they changed history? And that's what I'm going to focus on. What would happen if, I can't. That's the only thing I'm going to say because it has a lot of conspiracy, has a lot of theme, symbolism, all that. It's just... This book is like mind-blowing. It's great. And the ending to this book, I did not expect it. I thought it was going to become a letdown for me. I thought, okay, it's going to be all resolved, right? To you, or to me, it wasn't. It's like, the ending feels like a twist that just came out of nowhere, and it just came out of nowhere. It really did. The characters are fantastic. I like them. Some of them, not much. Like the beginning characters. the past ones, like, you don't give much, like, you get like a little bit, but that's it. There are also side characters, and I love them too. They were great. Um, Also in the book, when the chapter ends, there's like a documentary book, or a biography about this and that, or something, like, or like newspaper clippings or anything like that that involves the story. And each chapter, it explores more what happened to this and what happened to that, and it pieces a puzzle together, a very big puzzle to this whole mystery, what goes on in Watchmen. And this book is very smart, especially has a lot of, like, it feels like a philosophy book to me, a comic book mixed with a philosophy, mixed with DC superheroes and all that. But yeah, and to me, I'm always so sick of superhero comic books and also movies today, because how it's the same premise. It's always have a superhero has superpowers, supervillain has superpowers, and they all clash together because they all have differences. And at the very end, you may think, oh, he's gonna die, but really he fights back and he wins, and that's it. This book, it seems like, ignores that, and it tells a very, very well crafted story about what would happen if they were together, like the Avengers or Justice League, and they all, let's just say, they disbanded and they all went to live normal lives, but they just can't accept this, and this is why what happens to this, and it does a very good job. It's simple, it's sweet, I loved it, it was enjoyable, I liked it. And also, uh, and it is a pretty, really well done graphic book, and I mean, it has moments of graphic gore in this. I was surprised for a 1986 7 book. I thought it was gonna be like a PG or PG-13, like what's blood and all that, but there is a lot more than you thought, because there is gore, there's nudity, there's all sorts of foul language. Hell, it doesn't even warning for mature readers. It does have balls, I'm not gonna lie, and it's a very well done book. I enjoy this. So overall, I enjoyed this book. I recommend this book. This book gets a 5 out of 5. I recommend this book. I enjoyed it. So overall, go pick this up. I don't care, and that's pretty much it for my book review. So feel free to subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys in the next book review. So see ya. Bye.